You seen this girl?
I ain't seen shit.
You seen this girl?
You know, I quit messing with that stuff. I ain't into this shit anymore. I paid your boy off Monday night. Take some of that fucking money and go buy your mama a condominium. Get out of my fucking life.
You seen this girl?
I seen the top of her head.
Yeah, that was...
Fuck, man. Stop this motherfucker. He's crazy.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Put the gun away. Hey, you're destroying the image of my place, man.
Oh, man. Oh, I know where the chick is. She's upstairs.
She's upstairs.
2C. I swear, man. It's 2C.
The story begins with Nico Toscani, an Italian immigrant who developed a passion for martial arts at a young age. As a teenager, he moved to Japan to train under traditional masters. His dedication and hard work paid off. Nico became the first American to open an Aikido dojo in Japan and eventually earned a 6th-degree black belt. Because of his unique skills, Nico was recruited by the CIA and served in Vietnam during the war. During one mission, he witnessed a form of corruption that changed his life forever. His superior officer, Kurt Seagal, brutally tortured prisoners of war to force them to reveal information about the drug shipments he was secretly smuggling. Shocked and disgusted by Sagan's brutal methods and the silence of the other CIA agents, Nico confronted him directly. The confrontation quickly escalated into a heated conflict.
What does this have to do with military intelligence?
Who the fuck is this Cherry? Just back off, partner.
Fox, this guy's a...
Shut up, Nico.
Look, I can make you disappear.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Nico! Nico!
You guys think you're soldiers? You're
Nico!
fucking barbarians!
Oh, man! Get out!
If I don't cap him now, he's gonna do me later.
Now, look, you crazy.
Come on, move! Bring him back here!
Afterward, Nico chose to leave the agency and return to the United States. A few years later, Nico rebuilt his life as a police detective in Chicago. He worked hard to uphold justice within the law and believed that no one was above it. Nico partnered with his longtime colleague Jackson, who was only 1 week away from retirement. During the celebration for the birth of Nico's child, his mother began to feel uneasy. Nico's cousin had not come home since the day before. Knowing that she often got into trouble, he went out to look for her. Nico tracked her to a rundown bar where the men inside mocked him and avoided answering his questions instead of helping him.
You seen this girl?
Seen shit.
You seen this girl?
Oh, man, you know, I quit messing with that stuff. Man, why don't the fuck you assholes leave me alone? Take some of that fucking money and go buy your mama a condominium.
You seen this girl?
I seen the top of her head.
Yeah, that was...
This motherfucker, he's crazy. Where's my piece? Take him out. This motherfucker's crazy.
The men in the bar continued to insult and mock Nico, deliberately provoking him. When they refused to cooperate and the situation escalated, Nico responded with force. A violent fight broke out, throwing the bar into chaos. After a brutal fight, the bar owner finally admitted that Nico's cousin was upstairs with a low-level drug dealer. Nico subdued the thug and forced him to tell the truth. He then learned that the man worked for an El Salvadoran drug lord named Sano, who was waiting for a major shipment. Nico brought his cousin home safely and then organized a raid based on the information he had gathered. The plan seemed to go smoothly at first until special forces suddenly appeared. Nico rushed in, triggering a fierce gunfight. After an intense chase and heavy exchange of gunfire, he arrested Sano and his men. However, when the police opened the seized crates, they discovered something unexpected. Instead of drugs, the police found military-grade explosives inside the crates. The situation became even more disturbing when Nico learned that Sano and his group were effectively protected by the federal government and could not be easily touched. Sano had been working with several federal agencies for some time, and his involvement was tied to an extremely sensitive investigation. For that reason, any surveillance, harassment, or unauthorized action against Sano was strictly forbidden. The lead investigator ordered all detectives to stop and close the case immediately. Angry and frustrated, Nico walked out but refused to give up. He turned to Jackson and decided they would continue the investigation on their own, no matter who tried to stop them. The two men tracked Salvino's associate to a local Catholic church. Just as Nico was about to enter, a priest urgently called him back. Though reluctant, Nico followed and was led down to the basement. There, the priest revealed that a group of Salvadoran refugees were hiding there while waiting for their legal paperwork. During the weekend service, a woman deliberately left behind a lunch bag. Nico sensed that something was wrong. Moments later, an explosion killed many innocent people and critically injured the priest, who later died in the hospital. Realizing that the explosives matched the C4 seized from Sano, Nico resumed his pursuit of the gang. However, he soon fell into an ambush by street thugs.
Right here, motherfucker. Hey, I'm not gonna shoot you. These guys are gonna beat you. They're gonna fuck with you. Motherfucker! Me la vas a pagar!
Nico quickly defeated all the thugs in a brutal hand-to-hand fight. The last man was forced to confess that they had been sent by Sano.
Don't kill me, please. Who sent you? Nobody. Huh? If I find out you're lying, we'll come back and kill you in your own kitchen. Bautista Salvano. It's my buddy, man. Hey, why you fuck with my friend, man?
Later that night, Nico received an unexpected call from Nelson, an old friend from the Vietnam War who was now working for the CIA. Nelson warned Nico to stay away from the case and move his family to a safe place. Seagal was still alive, and Nico's life was in danger. Minutes after the call, federal agents arrived with a search warrant. They seized his weapons and took him to the police station, where the captain forced Nico to turn in his badge and suspended him. As he left, Nico met a friend who quietly gave him a replacement gun. Nico told Jackson not to worry about him anymore because he was no longer a police officer. However, as Nico drove away, he was suddenly ambushed by Sano's armed men at a traffic stop. They quickly took control of the situation and threatened his life. Nico was forced into a deadly situation but quickly turned the tables.
I don't think you can drop us off, bitch. Hands on your head. Please, please. Like it, on your knees. Give me the phone. Get down, asshole. Down on your fucking knees. Come to America.
He defeated the gunman and escaped just before more police arrived. Shortly afterward, Nico learned the shocking truth. Kurt Seagal was now working with Sano. The murdered priest had possessed evidence linking Seagal to serious crimes, including female genital mutilation, drug trafficking, and murder. The evidence was enough to bring him down. Nico came up with a bold plan. First, he kidnapped his superior to force him to tell the truth. Nico then made him drive to the warehouse where the seized explosives were stored. However, when they arrived, Nico discovered that the CIA had already moved everything under orders from higher authorities.
Yes, sir. The agent has been with the Central American desk since...
All right, take your shoes off. So you think I'm a bad cop, huh, Neely? And run your ass over there and jump in the fucking lake for me. Move it, Agent Neely! Let's go!
Later, Jackson informed Nico that another priest from the church basement was willing to testify against Seagal. Nico and Jackson immediately set out to meet him. However, before they could arrive, Seagal's men stormed in, kidnapped the priest, and delivered him to Seagal for interrogation. Seagal tortured the priest to force him to reveal who he had spoken to. Before the priest could confess, Nico burst in, and a chaotic gunfight erupted. In the hail of bullets, Jackson was shot in the chest while Nico escaped by jumping onto a moving train. Heartbroken, Nico wandered the city all night, believing his partner was dead, until he later learned that Jackson had survived thanks to a bulletproof vest. Later, on a rooftop overlooking Seagal's apartment, Nico was suddenly held at gunpoint by Nelson. Before Nelson could force him into a car, Zagan and Sano arrived with their men, triggering another gunfight. Nelson was shot by Zagan while Nico wounded Sano and fled. However, he did not get far and was quickly captured. Nico was taken to a secret facility where Zagan was planning to assassinate a U.S. senator investigating his crimes. There, Zagan brutally tortured Nico and took pleasure in his suffering.
For the first time in my life,
I'm gonna do it just for the fun. Piece of shit!
However, before Zagan could finish him off, Nico managed to escape. Weak and barely able to stand, Nico collapsed just as Jackson arrived with backup forces. Nico was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. A few days later, as reporters gathered outside his home, the senator and his wife came to visit and personally thank him. The reporters asked about his life and everything he had been through. Nico answered calmly as the final music played, closing the story of a man who proved that no one is above the law. Subscribe to the channel for more exciting TV series, and don't forget to like the video to support the channel.